So now we're going to talk about adding sign numbers, and these are some of the rules I have. Rule 1, if they're positive plus a positive is always going to be a positive, and a negative plus a negative is always going to be a negative. But when it's a negative plus a positive, or vice versa, a positive minus a negative, the rule is take the sign of the higher number and subtract. So what does that mean? I'm going to give you a couple examples right now so we can go over it. So you can see this for a little bit. I'm going to erase it now. Okay. So again, we're adding sign numbers. Okay. And let's hit no so you guys can see again. All right, that's enough time. Let's go next. All right, so let's talk about sign numbers. So if I have 2 minus 4, the rule, this is when the signs are different, because the sign is understood to be a positive 2 here, and the sign here is a negative, okay? So the rule says take the sign of the higher number, and in this case, the higher number is 4 or 2, and the answer is going to be 4 is a much higher number than 2, so the sign on it is going to be negative, okay? And then you subtract. 4 minus 2 is negative 2. Let's try another example. Let's try negative 4 plus 6. Question goes again. Negative 4 plus 6. Let's make a little distinction with the color, okay? What's the sign of the higher number? It's 6, because it's understood to be a positive 6. So the sign is going to be, it's going to be equal to positive, and then 6 minus 4 is positive 2, okay? That's a clear example. When the signs are opposite, you take the sign of the higher number and subtract. That's the way it works. One more example. Negative 8 plus 15. What's the sign? The higher number sign. They're opposite signs. That's positive. So we do what? Positive is the sign. And we subtract 15 minus what? 8, which is positive 7. Well, you don't have to put positive because it's understood to be a 7 there. Oh, always. Okay? So that's adding and subtracting sign numbers and sign numbers that have different signs. That's pretty straightforward. I hope that's helpful. And let's go into the next thing, which a lot of you guys have problems with, is multiplying and dividing sign numbers. Sign numbers. Now, the rules are pretty straightforward. A negative times a negative is a positive. That's the rule, okay? And a positive times a positive is going to always be positive. Now, some people would like a little color, so let's put it here. Positive, positive, okay? No distinction here. Let's see here. Let's see. Fix this. This. Again, negative times negative is positive, positive times positive is positive, and here in this example, a negative times a positive is always going to be negative, okay? So example would be here, negative 5 times negative 2. Well, negative times a negative is a positive, so 5 times 2 is 10. Okay? Positive 6 times 3 is going to be positive 18. If it was a negative and a negative, it would still be positive 18. If it was negative 6 times a negative 3, it would be negative 18. Okay? Those are some examples of the rule. Negative times negative is positive, positive times positive, positive. Negative times positive is negative. Now let's do some examples here real quick. Sometimes you'll see, I've seen some of you guys have like 5 minus 2. Well, a negative make positive, so it's going to look like 5 plus 2, which is 7, okay? If you have a number here like negative 10, minus 2 minus 8, well, guys, they're all negative. Negative 10, negative 2, negative 8. It's going to make a more negative number. Negative 10, the signs are all the same. So you just add 10 plus 2 is 12 plus 2 is 20. So the answer is negative 20. Okay? Pretty straightforward. If you do the number line, you want to use the number line to prove that, you just find out where negative 10 is, which is somewhere over here. We'll say negative 10 if I count 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. And then we're going to add 2 more to it. 1, 2, that was a 2, and then that's 12. And add 8 more. 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19 and 20. Okay, so that's why it's negative 20. Okay, so again, when the signs are the same, you keep them the same. When they're opposite, it's negative. Okay, the key is now to do a lot of examples.